But before all this actually starts, it's just kind of lengthy, so I'm sorry for the long-windedness and stuff. But please stay tuned. Hello, machwon. It's Megan. Unfortunately, um, I watched your video, and you're going into well, really the dictionary terms. Um, I still don't understand how what's on Wikipedia is any different than what I read, because liberty is still in the notation, even in the Wikipedia. Okay, so but the kind of the interesting thing about words are that they're dynamic in nature. They are. They're completely dynamic. They're can be interpreted in thousands of different ways. Like I can say shit, and you have a list of things you can reference to that word, be it good, bad, hilarious, whatever. Same thing with liberty, justice, shit, even Bob. You know, it's a person or Bob. I think you get the point. But you have to have a base of what the word means. And I don't see how it's changed from my dictionary term. And for the Venus Project portion that you added to it at the end, I don't understand how it's not the same. Okay. Yeah. I love dictionaries, so I got dictionaries every freaking where. I have one on my computer. So, sorry, I'm just kind of woke up, so. Liberty, like I said in the last one, the condition of being free from restriction or control. The government would be a control and a restriction. The monetary system, money, is a restriction. If you're poor, you really can't get anything to eat. So, I don't get how a libertarian really thinks. I can't fathom that. And then they want money to be around. It's just really confusing to me. I'd like to add, you stated that it's there to maximize personal liberty and freedom. With money, I'm not able to be free to leave my present location to go to China, just to go. No big reason, just to go there. I've never been there. Kind of interested in what it's like over there, but due to the monetary funds that I lack, I can't go. So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to libertarian. because the libertarian wants to maximize that, but keep certain pieces in place to hinder it as well. That's where I'm coming from, where I'm getting at. So, and honestly, I'd actually like to know what you think, that how that is actually not relating to the Venus Project, out of personal curiosity. Throw it at me. I'm here. I'm really wondering how that isn't the same. I'd like to understand how communism is a bad thing. This isn't really has ever been explained to me. I haven't really looked at all your videos. I've seen some. So, if you could shoot me a link or whatever, or explain it to me how communism is a negative thing. And to be honest, it hasn't been completely utilized, so yeah, Russia used a monetary model after a certain point in time that pretty much had an elite class and a peasant class. So, yeah, it wasn't fully utilized in Russia. So, yeah. I'm curious to see how it in itself is a bad thing. You got into the economic portion, stating that, yeah, economics is stupid, and that Mises just tries to cut all the retarded out and get straight to the point. I tried to. You sent me a video back, a video a while back. I tried to watch it. I got 20 minutes through it, and I had a headache. I was really getting frustrated because a lot of the stuff he was saying made no sense. It was the free market economics 101. So if you can actually do a rundown of that, that would help me out quite a bit. Because, yeah, he started coming up with some really funky numbers. And if you're saying that Mises or that school of thought is trying not to use numbers as a, lack of a better word, a clusterfuck of crap to get what they want, I'd like to understand how this guy can get away with it. But yeah, if you can actually explain the video in detail, or at least smush it down so I get to the key points, that'd probably help me out. Okay. Kind of a new question, but it's kind of an offshoot of just the economic system. What are your views on, your views and your solutions to fixing poverty? And I'm talking systemic, where you're stuck there. I live right next to Gary, Indiana. Okay, so there's nobody there that's going to be able to start a business and have it propagate, because no one's going to have any type of currency to go there and do it. Unless if it's like a car wash, but then it's not, personally, not even worth the time to start it up. Unless if you're going to be washing all the cars solo, then it'd be profitable at that point in time. But then you're kind of stuck with how much you can do. But yeah, that's my point of view also. How would you fix unemployment? And I also saw in one of your other videos that you were saying that the IT field is a booming field. Yeah, but with so many people going into it, you really have to be the bottom of the barrel to actually get even hired. I'm an IT guy. I fix networks, computers, you name it, I do it. The only thing I don't do is program. But yeah, there's only a certain amount of jobs out there for that, till it just gets repetitive. And I'm not, I don't, this is kind of a joking thing, but it is true. There are so many people that just call up. I've dealt with this. There's people that just call up and call you about, one, the any key, okay, which is, I think you know, push a fucking button. The ink's out of the printer. We'll put a fucking other cartridge in. What the hell am I supposed to do about it? It's not that damn difficult. And 3, there's no paper in the printer. Pull the tray out, put paper in. But then they expect you to do that, right? That's just my spiel on it. You don't have to. Yeah, I said money is control. In a way, money can control you, because if you don't have enough of it, you're stuck only within a field of view that you are able to do. So in that instance, in my eyes, that's how it is controlling, because if you only have a certain amount of money for groceries, you only can go to a certain couple places, even though you know those places aren't really good. And yeah, be it in a bad neighborhood or their fucking meat's always spoiled. But then your school would be, if the meat is spoiled, people wouldn't buy it. Well, if you don't have money for the alternative, you're going to end up buying it. You don't have a choice. I'm in that predicament right now. So, yeah. Like I said previous, I believe money is a restricting factor as well, because, yeah, like I stated, if you don't have it, you can't get, and if there's no jobs, how can you get money? I kind of have a quasi weird story about that. I don't know if you'd be interested in hearing it, but you could tear it apart if you wish. But tell me if you want me to make a video about it. You're going on to talk about government, so would I be correct in saying that you're pro self-governance, or am I misinterpreting what you're saying? For the people that out there that are watching this from the Venus Project, kind of in defense of everyone out there that you're really trying to just bash into submission. Stop it, really, because you're not helping. You're really not. Not saying that what he's saying is true, but come on, if they don't want to change, let them be. Let them do their thing, because you're wasting your time. Really. You really are. And that's that. Well, that really goes towards all sides, truly. If someone doesn't want to listen, stop it and talk about football or something. Just don't talk about football around me, because that's a completely different conversation. I'm kind of wondering how. I think you're for the Austrian school, but I don't know if the Austrian school is the same thing as free market. I don't know. So I'm not going to say that they're one and the same, and I don't know which one you're for, or both, or whatever. Anyway, besides all that, yeah. How would your system fix the poverty, the mass starvation, the lack of relevant school education? Because, yeah, I think we both are on the same page where education is retarded. It's become very, very factory-like. So, yeah, kind of curious how your system would remedy, or at least try to soften the blow in that regard. Yeah. I'm gonna try to explain this the best I can. As you probably already know, the Venus Project and the Zeitgeist Movement are for a resource-based economy. That's probably been thrown at you in 2 ways from Sunday. I get the fundamental basics of the Austrian School of Economics, but I don't understand how it can really function in a society where poverty is so pronounced and being rich is such a scarcity, or having enough money to show that you actually want this product is a necessity in itself. If you could explain that, that'd be wonderful. But for the idea of how you guys would be able to actually be within a resource-based economy, you could go get your materials or goods from somewhere and make them, or you can get them and just resell them. However you prefer to do it, you can, because there'd be all different types of ways for you guys to use your the Austrian school to your advantage at that point in time. And it would not be able to be corrupted by bureaucracy. Whatever you do, you could do. The only thing that I think we both can agree on is use your best judgment, because, yeah, I think we both can agree that selling people is probably not a positive thing to try. I think that's not lucrative. Other than that, you can have whatever type of system you want in the resource-based economy. The Amish are going to have their stuff going on, and we're not going to poke them with a stick, because it's not going to help us. It's going to piss them off, and it would cause more problems than solve. We're trying to, in lack of a better word, drop a help bomb. Because, yeah, you really can't be poor in a system where it doesn't use any type of monetary restriction. You really can't have a stupid education, because, yeah, what we have is kind of a dumbass educational system, which is bought and paid for by corporate interest. And that's not conspiracy theory, that's actually proven. But that's off topic. If you want more on that, tell me. I'll explain. If you don't bother. But yeah, that's just a really quick and simple explanation. If you wish more, ask, and you shall receive. Yeah, that was supposed to stop. Final thought. I finished your video. You said at the very end if the resource-based economy was actually put into function, which that's what the Venus Project is for. I don't understand why you actually believe this is a bad thing. I don't get it. If it's scarcity, well, if you're not using a lot of resources because everyone wants one of everything, then you're using only half the resources if everyone is able to access the things that they would like to access. Not everyone would need a camcorder, because you just borrow one and bring it back when you're done. You can have it rented out your whole life. It doesn't really matter, truthfully. But I don't know how I would be unrestricted within your system. My thing is, I hate to be restricted. I do. And I don't understand how a different style of monetary system would make it more free. I don't get it. If you could explain that, that would be great. And respond, and I'll respond back. Peace.